Hello everyone, I'm Seida Itamura, an artist slash comic book author from Reno, Nevada, originally from Tokyo, Japan. Welcome to my channel. I like to start off with a very loose directional outline drawing. I'm trying to determine proportion and certain tilts of the poses that the characters are holding. By the way, I'm going to be drawing 4 characters from my comic book series called Illegal Aliens. The main focus of the drawing is going to be Elaine, who is a female protagonist. She'll be flanked by 2 other female characters, Kim and Bree. And in the distance, behind the bushes, I'll place our male protagonist, Bob. So I've been brainstorming what kind of theme or subject matter should this illustration portray. And one night I was in my bed remembering a story of Susanna and the elders. This is a classic story from the Old Testament. You can look it up if you're interested. It's basically about a couple of lecherous old men having sexual desires to this beautiful maiden called Susanna. One day they witnessed Susanna bathing in the woods, and they claimed that they saw her engaging in an unethical sexual activity. The old man promised Susanna to keep the incident confidential if she agreed to give sexual favor to them. This is a sensational yet legitimate story which gave artists in the past a perfect excuse to depict unclad female figure. As we all know that in old times people weren't as sexually liberated as it is today, so artists had to have some explanations or reasons to render naked women. I live in the year 2020, so I can freely draw or paint nudes. But the story is a good subject matter nevertheless, since our hero Bob is a lecherous or a sexually active individual, I should say. So as I said earlier, I've started the illustration with a loose, directional, proportional outline drawing, which purpose was to determine each element's position, proportion, and tilts. I'm employing Tony Ryder's method called blocking here. Then, when you become more sure of elements, positions, proportions, and tilts, then move on to refine contour of each element. Finally, I'll add more specific details, such as facial features, hair, clothing, and textures. In reality, it would take hours and hours of drawing and redrawing, so I'm already presenting my footage in time-lapse mode, but I hope you get the essence of my process. When I'm done with refining contour and adding details to each element, I'm ready to ink the pencil drawing to finalize my markings. I use Sakura brand Micron black pen for inking my drawings. I use 0.8 for most lines and sizes 0.5 to 0.05 for smaller and detailed parts. I don't have much to say about inking process, you just do it the way you like it. But one thing is for sure, as long as your pencil drawing is solid, you'll be so happy when you erase away your pencil lines. Here's the completed ink drawing. I'm going to head over to Kinko's to get this scanned and saved it as a TIFF file. So I'll be right back. I'm back from Kinko's and I just opened up the file in Photoshop. A couple of things I'd like to mention here. Number one, I requested a guy at Kinko to save my drawing as TIFF file. And for some reason, that specification results in keeping my drawing's resolution high. I asked him to save it 600 dpi, by the way. I've tried PDF file, and it costs much less when you need to scan and save multiple images or pages, but the resolution comes out low. I'm not a big expert on digital media, so I don't really know why this happens, but I'm just telling my own experience. Another thing I want to mention is that, especially a drawing like this, you should save it as black and white mode instead of grayscale. Well, it all depends on what you intend to do with your art, but for me, I just wanted a crisp, clean, black and white line drawing to be saved and adding values and colors afterwards separately in Photoshop. If you save your drawing in grayscale mode, the software might pick up some unwanted shadows, smudge, dirt, or cleats of the paper as some kind of gradations, and you'll be having hell of a time removing those later. But as I said, it all depends on what you want to do with your drawing, so you might want to save it as grayscale if that's the kind of effect you want. As you might have noticed, I've changed the dimension of the illustration to better suit the composition. As a result, I had to add more shading to the front boulders where Elaine is sitting on. This is just a coincidence, but this dimension turned out to be a perfect 5:4 ratio, which is perfect for Instagram posts. Actually, one more thing. When you open up the file in Photoshop to paint, you need to change the image mode from bitmap to grayscale. In case of color illustration, bitmap to RGB color. Otherwise, you won't be able to unlock the lock icon in the layers panel. Anyway, everything is ready, so let's start painting. The illustration is completed. If you're curious about what these characters do and say in a story I created, please check out my series Illegal Aliens. They're currently available at Amazon Kindle, Comixology, and Google Play as form of an ebook. As of February of 2020, the episode 5 has just been published at all those platforms, so please do check them out. This is the end of this demo video. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.